On the water Welcome to all of you, and thank you for being here this evening. Hope you brought your woolen undies. I'm very happy to be back in Glasgow and have a chance to sing for all of you. It's been, 3.5 years since I was last here. A little too long, in my opinion. I promise you that I won't let another such time pass before I I'm very pleased about the circumstances of this tour of Europe that we're doing. It's been quite a long time since it's been just me and the guitar. But that's the way it started out for me quite some time ago, and I really have been enjoying the concerts that we've had, the people singing with people. You know, it's a special evening for me, and I want to make it as special as possible for you, and as intimate as it can be in this cold a place. I've got songs that go back from before the days I was with the Mitchell Trio. I have songs that have not yet been recorded. I have a smattering of things from all of my albums. And I hope within that there'll be something that you'll enjoy. As always, you're welcome to sing along at any time. It is preferable that you do the song that I'm doing. Never can be sure. Here's a song that goes back quite a few years. Cowboy song. Comes out of Colorado. My mouth doesn't work, it's so cold. This is called Me and My Uncle. We hightailed down Mexico. God bless cowboys, God bless gold. God bless my uncle, God rest his soul. He taught me well, boys, taught me all I know. Taught me so well, gotta grab the gold. And I left him lying there by the side of the road. Here's 3 songs written years apart, but all about the same subject, really, which is a constant occurrence in my life, leaving someone you love. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside the door. I hate to wake you up and say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morning. The taxi's waiting, his blown his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile at me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I sing for you. When I come back, I bring your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile at me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Close your eyes, I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come, but I won't have to leave you home. About the time, I won't have to stay. Oh, kiss me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. By the clock this morning, So you turn away from me, tears begin to come, and it's goodbye. I'm sorry to believe in you, goodbye. If you didn't know it's goodbye, I wish you could tell me, why do we always fight when I have to go? Seems a shame to leave you now, lay so soft and warm. I long to lay me down again and hold you in my arms. I long to kiss the tears away, give you back the smile. For the voices beckoning for a little while. Goodbye. I'm sorry to believe in you. Goodbye. If you didn't know it's goodbye, I wish you could tell me, why do we always fight when I have to go? I have to go see some friends of mine, some that I don't know, some who aren't familiar with my name. It's something that's inside of me, not hard to understand. It's just anyone who listen to me sing. If your hours are empty now, who am I again? Do you think if I were always here, our love would be the same? And as it is, the time we have is good time alone. Lying by your side, the greatest peace I've ever known. It's goodbye, sorry to believe in you. Goodbye. If you didn't know it's goodbye, I wish you could tell me, why do we always fight when I have to go? It's by far the hardest thing I've ever done, to be so in love with you so long. Follow me where I go, what I do I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say goodbye to me. It's long been on my mind, you know, it's been a long, long time. I've tried to find a way that I could make you understand the way I feel about you, just how much I need you to be there where I can talk to you when there's no one else around. Follow me where I go, what I do I know. Make it part of you to be part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say goodbye. See, I'd like to share my life with you, show you things I've seen. Places that I'm going to, places where I've been, but have you there beside me? Never be alone, and all the time you're with me, we will be at home. Follow me where I go, what I do. Make it part of you to be part of me. Follow me up and down all the way. Take my hand, say you'll follow it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure. When you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie. Cross my heart, I hope you die. I'll never tell another white lie. Took my little girl out on a date last night. Next to her, gravel dirty would have looked alright. Now I'm feeling better and deep in the sea. Cause I said, baby, you look good for me. I told her I love her, oh I lied. Now she gets up to me for brush and drive. If she was clean, to be all good. I'm sorry. Cause I cannot tell the preacher I was done. So long, so no chance, one more chance to let it all down. Cross my heart, hope you die. Never, one more time, I'll never down another white lie. Go, my hands aren't working either. The old 12-string guitar hasn't changed a bit. 6 too many. The whole problem, with tuning a 12-string guitar is figuring out exactly what string it is that's out of tune. When you tune the other 11 to that one. That's what I do, what do I know? I used to be part of a group called the Mitchell Trio, and when we performed, the three of us who sang in the group, the other two guys didn't play musical instruments at all, so they really didn't like me playing guitar on every song. We had two accompanants who sat behind us and did that. But each night when we did a concert, I got to do a solo, and I always tried to pick something that gave me a chance to show off a little bit on the guitar. One of the songs that I most enjoyed was written by Pete Seeger, and this came out of an experience of his in Wales, the beautiful western, southwestern part of Britain. And most specifically, it was about the miners and the churches in the small villages of Wales, and how for him the tone or the character of the bells and the speakers of each of these different churches was all unique. And when he played the song, he wrote it most specifically for the 12-string guitar, and he made his guitar sound like bells. Blew me away. I will try to emulate him in that regard. This is called The Bells of Rhymney. The little challenges that come up in life periodically. I have a cut on my finger here that I don't know how I got, and it won't heal. So I have a Band-Aid on it, and now the Band-Aid is frozen stiff. Okay. I was supposed to turn those lights up anymore. Hey! Oh! Oh, what will you give me? Say the bells of Rhymney. Is there a hope for the future? Say the brown bells of Murphey. Who made the light on earth? Say the black bells of Durango. And who round the miners? Say the grim bells of experience. Have we lost some of the sound in the house? Has anything changed out there for you? It feels like it's changed for me. I think it's a little bit more. So. I appreciate that. That's what I want. I had a wonderful experience this last September that I'd like to share at least in part with folks. I was invited to go by a group of men who call themselves the Durango Mountain Caballeros, some 40 men from all across the United States, who meet once a year in Durango, Colorado, which is in the southwest part of our state, and go on a trail ride for 5 days up in the wilderness, the San Juan Mountains. And we went out, we rode horseback, 6 and 7 hours a day, up and back and forth over the Continental Divide, got rained on, got snowed on, camping out in the woods. God, it was wonderful. Filled such an empty place in my heart, I can't even begin to tell you. One of the nice things about the trip was the wonderful people that I met on it, and most specifically one gentleman whose name was Dick Spencer. And Dick, like my son Zachary, is a half-blooded Indian and speaks 3 Indian dialects. Now, all the tribes, the different Indian tribes in the United States, each had their own language. And as I say, Dick spoke 3 of these, but he also spoke the universal language that the Indians had, which was Indian Sign Language with a hand. And when they met one another on the trail in the wilderness, people from 2 different tribes, they could communicate as if they were speaking words that they'd known all of their lives. And Dick taught me a little bit of sign language, and most specifically what he taught me was the Lord's Prayer, which I'd like to show you because I think the symbolism in the language is universal and very, very beautiful. They say, our, all of us, our Father, the mother is with the breast. Our Father, which art, is like, which one? Which art in heaven. Hallowed. Now, the Indians didn't have a name for holy, so what that got to be for them was the mind connecting with the Spirit. Hallowed be thy name. Watatashe, how are you called? Thy kingdom. Now, the Indians didn't have a word for kingdom. That was not part of their dictionary at all. So what that got to be was holy Kipi. I like that, huh? Thy kingdom come. Thy way be done. That communicates, on earth, the same as it is in heaven. Give. Give us this day our daily bread, adding loaves. And forgive us our trespasses. Now, trespasses was a difficult one for the Indians. They didn't have any thought of that. What it got to be closest for them was stealing under the cover of darkness. Forgive us our trespasses, the same as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation. That's nice of them. I can't do it this way. I don't know why, but it's very clearly. Deliver us from evil, and evil you cast forcefully away from you, and you don't throw it behind you, because it's liable to sneak up on you and get you another day. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, the same forever and everywhere, huh? And the glory, forever is the sun rolling across the sky. Amen. Now this week these 5 days in the mountains, preceded by a couple of weeks, another television show that I've completed with the Muppets. I invited the entire Muppet gang out to Aspen, Colorado, and took all of them on a camping trip. We filmed the show entirely outdoors in the most beautiful time of the year in Aspen, Colorado, when all the aspen leaves have turned to gold and the mountaintops are covered with what looks like powdered sugar. It's such fresh and clean, new fallen snow. I go on a horseback ride with Miss Piggy. And it's going to be a wonderful show, folks. It'll be out over here sometime in the spring, I think. It's called John Denver and the Muppets Rocky Mountain Holiday. Now, there's a lot of music in the show, and of course there's an album that goes with it. And before we got into filming, we needed one more song, and I was hoping that I would write one while I was out on this wilderness trip. Nothing came to me, even though each night I was singing around the campfire until the wee hours of the morning. A new song just didn't seem to want to happen. Now, the last morning that we were there, we got up about 5:30 in the morning in the middle of a blizzard, rode up over the Continental Divide and down a canyon called Elk Creek. And incredibly beautiful canyon and a very dangerous horse ride. But somehow, cold and wet as I was, and lost in the beauty of this magnificent canyon that I was riding through, all of a sudden I found a song. You know I love the trail I'm on, friends who ride with me. The country that we're passing through is a paradise to see, a haven for my spirit, the homeland of my dream. My heart flies through the wilderness and on an eagle's wing. And though I love the waterfall, the way the rivers sing, from snow-capped peaks so proud and tall, through forests deep and green, the highway of the mountains, the lifeblood of the land. I can hear my mother speak to me and hold my father's hand. Durango Mountain Caballero, take me for a ride on the backbone of this mighty land. I'm trodden in the divide to the place where earth and heaven meet, the mountains and the sky. In the heart of Colorado, Rocky Mountain high. And oh, I love that fire, the circle that I made, the stories and the laughter, they should never, ever end. Forever in my memory, forever in my song. On a San Juan mountain trail ride, I'll carry you You're on the back of the horse. You're as cold and wet as you've ever been. And whereas for most of the time during this experience you've been able to ride with your friends 4 and 5 abreast and tell lies and stories and laugh and pass some brandy back and forth, now you're on a single file trail. The trail is pretty steep and it's pretty dangerous, as slick and wet as everything is. And if you fall, if your horse stumbles, it's some 200 feet down to the riverbed below, and you'll surely kill yourself. So you're a little scared. And yet, as you go through this country, it's so beautiful that it moves you to tears. Around every corner and every bend in the trail, there's another waterfall. Here's one that breaks into 14 different falls. And up there was an elk. You know, it's just glorious. And somehow in the midst of all of this, as you ride quietly and get further and further inside yourself, even as your spirit flies out into all of this, words start forming in your head. And there's a melody with them. And they come together and make lines. And some of them don't work, and some of them rhyme, and some of them don't. And there's music that constantly goes on with this. And pretty soon you've got a couple of verses. And over a period of a few hours, there's a song. And as soon as you get to the bottom of the trail, you get off your horse and go get your guitar and see if this thing that happened really happened or is just some little fantasy that you were playing with. But you pick up your guitar, and from the first time you play a song. I had nothing to do with it. You know, that's what it feels like to me. I wrote Annie's song in 10.5 minutes one day on a ski lift. I had just finished doing a run on Aspen Mountain. It was in the springtime, and before it gets really busy at the end of the season. I skied right down, got onto the lift, started riding up, and there was a physical sensation. My legs were burning a little bit. I was out of breath. My little heart was pounding. And as you start to ease yourself and settle down, you become more and more aware of this beautiful country that you're floating through, right? And you see people in brightly colored outfits. And you look up and you see the sky, the blue that you can only see from mountaintops. And you hear people laughing. You hear skis, right? And over here people are laughing, and over here someone goes, out of control. You hear the lift going over each tower. You hear birds singing. And you smell clean, fresh mountain air. And your mind is taking in all of this and assimilating it, perceiving it, you know? It fills up your senses. Oh. And you start thinking of other things that are like that for you. And they fall together in a certain pattern, and there's music with it. And I got to the top of the lift. It takes 10.5 minutes. Skied down to my car, drove home, walked in the house up to my studio, picked up my guitar, and played the song. I had nothing to do with it. Calypso, I wrote the day that I met Captain Cousteau and joined the men on board the Calypso, Madame Cousteau. I'd met everybody and stowed my gear away in my little cabin, and I was walking around the deck of the ship, just taking it all in. And in the time it takes to say it, why, Calypso, the places you came to, the things that you show us. And I had the chorus just like that, you know, and then I couldn't write the verses. I struggled to come up with a verse to that song, and I wanted desperately to do it before I left the ship so that I could sing it for those people. And it just didn't happen for me. It wouldn't come. And then I went back to work on the television show, which was the purpose of Captain Cousteau and I getting together in the first place, and I wanted it for that television show. And it wouldn't happen. It just didn't happen. And then the television show was over, and I was back in Aspen, and I was putting together a concert tour of the United States where I was going to take a whole orchestra with me. And I wanted the orchestra to play on that song. But before I could get an arrangement for the orchestra, I had to have the song. And it just wouldn't come, and I was sweating blood over this. You know, it was driving me crazy. One day I bagged it, I said, I can't, it's beyond me. And I went skiing. And I made about 2 or 3 runs, and all of a sudden there was all this tension in me, this urgency to get back to the house and work on the song. And I got in my Jeep. It takes 20 minutes to drive from the mountain to my house. And in the 20 minutes, the song came as if in a flood. I got home, walked upstairs, picked up the 12-string, and played the song. I had nothing to do with it. You know, Paul Stuckey, Peter, Paul, and Mary, says that quite often he doesn't feel like the writer of the song so much as he feels like the instrument of that which wants to be written. And I feel that way, although for me it's more like they come floating by. You know, and if you're lucky and listening and have a pen available, you get to write them down. So that's how it happens with some of the good ones. Some of them take Rocky Mountain High took 9 months to write. Poems, Prayers, and Promises about 6 months. Most often for me it happens over a period of a few days or a week or so. And I just sort of sit and have some melody or some phrase that keeps running over and over in my mind. This is one such song that I wrote last spring. It's a love song called The Thought of You. It's been almost a year since that beautiful meeting was more than a lifetime ago. How it happened tonight after all of this time, it brings tears to my eyes, I don't know. It's the thought of you, and the way that it hurts to be so much alone. The thought of you brings it all my way. I know I'm sorry to fall, I'm surprised to have found you at home. It's just once in a while I remember your number. I'm so hoping that you feel alone. For I thought of you, and the way you can turn it around in the sun. When the thought of you brings it all my way. I know that it's over, but I can't discover a way to erase how I feel. I remember the nights and the passion and fights, and I know that I love you and I always will. I need you to know that I'm always here for you today and anytime. See it happen before it could happen once more. There's a chance that you might change your mind. The thought of you, and the way that it feels to be safe in your arms. The thought of you brings it all my way. And I know that it's over, but I can't discover a way to erase how I feel. I remember the nights and the passion and fights, and I know that I love you and I always will. It's been almost a year since that beautiful meeting was more than a lifetime ago. I've been here without you. I like to say I've been fine, and I do. But we both know it's hard to come by. If I told the truth, that's not quite true. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. That I see in my mirror, more and more it's a stranger to me. More and more I can see there's a danger of becoming what I never thought I'd be. days a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Sometimes a hard time won't leave me alone. Sometimes a cold wind blows a chill in my bones. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Some days a diamond, some days a stone. Do one more song and take a brief intermission for about 15 minutes. You're all invited to stick around for the rest of the show. This is a song. I don't often write songs with other people, but there's a fellow named Joe Henry. He and I get together periodically and something comes out of it. Now, Joe's a cowboy and a poet. He lives in Woody Creek, Colorado, just a little bit down from Aspen, and he's very much a loner. And every once in a while, as I say, we get together and talk about things that mean a great deal to us. The occasion of the birth of this song was I was introducing Joe to the heavens. I'm an amateur astronomer. I was taking him on a little tour of the universe, as much as you can see it from the telescope in the Rocky Mountains. And the next morning, he happened to stay over at our house. The next morning when I got up, he had already gone, and there was a piece of paper laying on the kitchen table. And on it were written these words. His spirit joined the soul was born 10,000 years ago between the Swan and Hercules, where even dark clouds flow. To live in grace, to rise and swell, be at peace from the will, to love the wind, to learn her song, and in these fates to fill. Apollo taught me to ride, Murphey taught me to play, and Robert cast down her side, and make a lifetime away. The brains in the galaxy, and endless light through time. Lyra gave her heart to him, and left him free to climb. Going through journey from the moon, to reach the summer sun, to rise again, to sing for you the song that's yet unsung. Apollo taught me to ride, Murphey taught me to play, and Robert has cast down her side, and make a lifetime away. where even dark Glasgow could live in grace, to rise as well, to yet be strong of will, to love the wind, to learn her song, and to be space to fill. Thank you.